Hey all, Brent here with a little review of you. I just finished reading the original Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya light novel. This is the paperback version, the softback version, and I wanted to let you know what I thought. This is going to be a relatively major spoiler-less review in the sense that I'm going to reference a few things that happen, but I'm not going to tell you how it turns out or anything. But just in terms of, I have to compare it to the anime, so that's going to necessarily, tell you a few things that this character occurs or shows up. So, but no major things. And the first question obviously is, how does this compare to the anime? Now, I've watched the anime a few times through. Some episodes I've watched quite a few times. So that's all I'm familiar with. I haven't read the manga or anything. This is told entirely chronologically from Kyon's point of view. So this covers essentially the episodes 1 through 3, so introducing Haruhi and the characters and so forth and their unique attributes, the Ryoko Yuki fight, the Kozumi's fight in closed space, the first one, as well as the big climax at the end, which is the last episode of the anime. This actually gives me some sympathy for the anime DVD release, because the broadcast release, if you don't know, occurs out of order, and I actually really like that out of order release. This actual when they released it to DVD, they released it chronologically, and that's actually how the light novels go. So I didn't really like the chronological release originally because I thought it really messed up the whole pacing of it. But now I understand that's how it was originally, so I'm more fine with it now. Again, I only have the anime to compare it to, but this is a pretty... the anime almost exactly matches the novel. In fact, I couldn't tell any difference between the light novel and the anime. Now, obviously, there are translation differences, and I don't know exactly how the anime may have had slight differences between things, because I don't know Japanese that well. But as far as I can tell, it's exact. And it's really remarkable to me that a precise translation and adaptation of a novel to a TV series works so well. I love that anime, and I love this novel. And it works really, really well. And the way it's paced and the way it moves tells a really, really solid story. And it pulls you in all the way through, much like the anime does. So there's this weird stuff going on, this mystery, and what's going to happen next, while having some really fun characters. Now, one of the advantages of the anime is that the characters are really fun to look at. Haruhi's cute to look at. Mikuru is fun to look at, and all that kind of stuff, which doesn't come across the same way in the novels. Again, it's the same events, but somehow not having it there. When Haruhi rants about Moe, it's funnier to me in the anime because you see it happening right in front of you, and she's pointing out these aspects of Mikuru that are Moe. And again, it doesn't quite get across, I think, in the novel quite as well. But I can't complain, because that's really what the novel is trying to do, is trying to make jokes about anime and manga culture, really, or just sort of the overall young adult culture and what's popular out there. So I really loved it. I think because the story's there, the character's there, everything that you loved about Haruhi the anime, if you saw it, and if you haven't, please do right now. Everything is in the light novel. It's precise. It's great, and it does flow really, really well. Again, you won't get things like things that happen in the anime that apparently are in later light novels. But you're going to get a really, really fun ride. Now, the question, of course, is, if you've seen the anime, do you really need to read the light novel? I guess not, simply because you're going to get the exact same thing. It is nice getting that material in a different form. I certainly enjoy reading it. I think it says a lot that I bought this, and I ended up sitting down with it that evening just to try to read it, and I finished it that night. Now, it's a short novel. We're talking grand total of 200 pages. And the pages are not, incredibly dense. And there are a few illustrations in here, nothing too crazy, but just an occasional side illustration. So, I think I really enjoyed it. It's very well written. It reminds me actually a lot of Boogie Pop and the Boogie Pop novels. you get more out of the novels, I think. Now, granted, I mean, the anime and such don't get into as much detail as the novels, so you get more out of Boogie Pop in the novels because there's more there. But, you know, Haruhi, this is just a well-written book, and it's enjoyable to read. If you know somebody who doesn't really like anime and manga, but they're kind of curious, this is actually would be a really, really good introduction to people to say, this is a major anime manga phenomenon. You might want to try reading the story and see if you enjoy it, and that can kind of get people into anime manga, or at the very least, something that they can enjoy and is safe without them having to watch, you know, a full anime series or whatever. And again, it takes very little time to go through. So, thumbs up on this. I thought it was really fun. Again, if you like Haruhi, you'll like it. If you don't like Haruhi, you probably won't. But it's a really entertaining, fun book to read all the way through. So those are my thoughts, and I look forward to seeing you next time.